Hey everybody, I'm Ryan Doyle. This is the Verdigris Table, and this is a quick off-the-cuff video to share my excitement and enthusiasm for this very simple Dungeon Master hack that I just heard that, oh boy, I am so excited about. I listen to a fair amount of live play podcasts and watch live play streams, less these days than I used to, but I really recommend to anybody within the hobby to watch various streams to, especially if you're a dungeon master, to pick up some tips and tricks and strategies. I will often say, how do you want to do this? And you can certainly try a little less often these days. I do that a lot, lifted right from Matt Mercer on Critical Role, and my players love it. Either they think I invented it, which I feel a little guilty about, but we'll roll with most of the time, or they know the reference and maybe enjoy it even more so. Tommy Exposition or Johnny Exposition, I actually forget the original NPC's name from the Glass Cannon podcast because there have been generations of expositions manning the taverns in my game world for multiple campaigns now, and that always gives my players a thrill. There's a lot of tips and tricks out there, and it's just good to see other people playing the game, playing different games. It really broadens your horizons. There is a new podcast just started called Worlds Beyond Number. I have super high hopes for it because it is Brennan Lee Mulligan, Abria Ironguard, Erika Ishii and Lou Wilson together playing various games, doing their own thing. And oh boy, if you don't know those names, they are D&D, TTRPG, actual play royalty. I would say if you've only ever watched Critical Role, you've actually probably seen all of them because they've all been on it. But seek out Dimension 20, and a lot of them have been on the Adventure Zone. It's a all-star dream team cast, and it seems like they're really leaning into the creative storytelling aspects of it and soundscapes, and it's really good so far. I'm only one episode into it, but towards the end of the episode, this happened, and just bear with me. I'm going to play you this 1 minute.
Before you lies a mossy hill, which you can dart up that hill, but you know that it is steep, and the moss is slick with water, and you know that your siblings are near behind you, seeking to take that which you have rightfully won.
There's no way they'll get me at the top of the hill.
I love him.
At the top of that hill is farther than you have ever been, into a deeper part of the woods than you have ever known. Do you journey there?
Ursula's going to look back one more time to see just how close his siblings are.
Narian rounds the corner, and you see he smiles. You are not within sight of your father anymore.
With that, Ursulon is for sure going to take the hill.
I want you to roll 2d20, but this
Okay.
will not be with advantage or disadvantage. You will take the number farthest from 10.
Great.
Oh my god.
Now, did you catch that? Do you see what I am so excited about there? Neither advantage nor disadvantage. Take the result that is the furthest away from 10. Genius. So simple. I can't believe I didn't think of it. And that's how you know it's really genius, because it seems super obvious when you hear about it the first time. I want to call this like the decisiveness roll. That doesn't feel perfectly eloquent. So help me out in the comments down below. What should we call this move? Because it's not in the book, baby. It's, I don't know if it's a Brennan Lee Mulligan original. I would definitely give him credit for it, but it could very well be from some other source that I'm just not aware of. I know a lot of things, but I don't know everything, as much as it pains me to admit. It's something I'm working on. The object of give me the most emphatic result possible, please. Go gods of chaos and randomness that are these dice. is exactly the thing that you need sometimes. As a dungeon master and as a player, a lot of the time, you are attempting to tee up the most dramatic moment, right? You are trying to really whack a storytelling beat as hard as you can, be that a success or a failure. And okay, yes, we don't want to do that all of the time. We need peaks and valleys, right? It can't all be climax the entire time. You need little denouements and intermezzos and short rests. You need downbeats as well as upbeats, and you want successes and failures that matter sometimes, a lot of the time, right? And as a dungeon master, you can kind of put your thumb on the scale a little bit with advantage and disadvantage, a very elegant mechanic because rolling dice is fun. You can tinker with the DC, of course, but saying that the players have situated themselves in an excellent position to succeed at this thing, okay, take advantage. It adds roughly +5. It's 25% more possibility of success or likelihood of success, better said. And the opposite is true as well. You are attempting something very difficult because you are trying to persuade this person that you've already upset greatly or whatever the case may be. Yes, again, we can up the DC of the check, but disadvantage is beautiful and shows the player the consequence of the player's action as well as the character's action. And again, you're kind of leaning towards one result or the other. But so often I find myself in a situation where I want not the best result or the worst result possible, or I don't want to influence the outcome. I just want it to be decisive. I want it to be emphatic. Man, this is a cool moment. This is a cool thing you're trying to do. And I have in my head, like, if it succeeds, it's going to be great. And if it fails, it's going to be bad. And please roll your check. 12. Okay, that is maybe the worst result possible for me to describe to you the consequences of, because, okay, you barely succeed and it's kind of flat. And I would much rather it have been an 18 or a 2, and this sets up for that. Okay, yes, you could absolutely roll 2 10s, but the odds of that are quite low, 1 in 4,000, right? So you are more likely to get extreme results here, and sometimes that's exactly what you need. I hope that you get just like a portion of the juice out of this that I have. I'm going to use this in my home game tonight. I'm going to find an excuse to shoehorn it in if it doesn't arise naturally. I'm doing this. In the comments below, please help me figure out what to call this thing or share the name of it if it's from some source that I don't know about. Also, check out Worlds Beyond Number. I have very high hopes for this all-star group of voice actors, of storytellers. We are in a golden age of actual plays and tabletop role-playing games, my friend. Enjoy it. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and maybe check out this video for another Dungeon Master hack that I got from one of my patrons on Discord, which I was also super excited to share and have used several times since learning of it. Thank you so much for watching. Be kind, have fun, and I'll see you next time.